They are the most vulnerable members of any society. Scenes like these remind you the terrible price children pay during any conflict. Here in Malakal, in South Sudan's Upper Nile state, the UN has put up tented emergency nutrition clinics. These screen children for malnutrition with a test that measures the size of their upper arms.
They need the food from WFP. They need the nutrition that UNICEF is helping to supply. We're seeing more and more children who are suffering from severe acute malnutrition, which means not only that many of them could die, perhaps 50,000 of them over the course of this year throughout South Sudan. They could die either from malnutrition or from the diseases that we're seeing in the tents here.
There's no question that the country's conflict has brought on hunger, with hundreds of thousands of families affected. But the classification of this crisis could bring in more funding or not. If the hunger here is qualified as a famine, millions of US dollars in funding could make its way here.
But peace is very much an open question. And of course, when I asked the grandmother here, what is it that she most wants? She said peace, and I hope the UN can bring peace. And I said to her, in the end, what can bring peace are the people of South Sudan, and overcoming now the legacy of hatred that we have seen over the last 9 months.
So if we're providing them with food and they don't have the other support that they need because of the conditions that they're living in, then you'll find children who are malnourished. Food alone won't do it. We must provide the food, but we must also ensure that they live in conditions and have access to clean water and to sanitary living spaces.
If the extra funding doesn't come, however, experts warn that parts of South Sudan will face severe hunger. Together with the lack of infrastructure, that could prevent crucial aid from reaching millions in need. Ramanyang, CCTV.